Welcome back to the Travel Curiosities channel. In this video, we will talk about 12 countries with an extraordinarily low cost of living, where, with about $150 a month, you can practically cover all your basic expenses, from rent to food, right down to local transportation. Does it sound like a dream? Not at all. It's a real possibility in places that offer authentic culture, breathtaking landscapes, and endless low-cost adventures. Are you intrigued by the idea of moving abroad on a tight budget? Would you love to find yourself in exotic places, maybe in the mountains of Central Asia or on the beaches of Southeast Asia, without spending a fortune? Then stay with us until the end. Before we begin our reverse countdown, from 1 to 12, starting with the destination we initially placed at the bottom of the list, be sure to subscribe to Travel Curiosities and give this video a quick like. It's the best way to support our work and to stay updated on new curiosities and amazing destinations. Philippines. The Philippines are a true tropical paradise. More than 7,000 islands, crystal clear seas, dreamlike coral reefs, and a surprisingly affordable cost of living. Far from the more touristic centers like Boracay or Palawan, it's possible to find simple accommodations for around $40–50 a month. The local food is a burst of flavor, from the characteristic balut, fertilized egg, to slightly more classic dishes like adobo, chicken or pork cooked with soy sauce and vinegar, and sinigang, a sour soup. Local people are famous for their warm hospitality and excellent English skills, which makes integration much easier. If you love diving, snorkeling, or exploring lush jungles, the Philippines offer a multitude of options. The tropical climate, the lively nightlife on some islands, and the wide variety of landscapes make it one of the most desired places for those seeking sun, sea, and saving opportunities. Kyrgyzstan. Moving into Central Asia, Kyrgyzstan is the perfect destination for anyone dreaming of endless steppes and imposing mountains at very low prices. The ancient nomad tradition, still alive in many villages, translates into genuine hospitality and incredibly affordable costs. Outside the larger cities, an apartment can cost about $40 a month, while street food, including the typical manti meat-filled dumplings and lagman, noodles stir-fried with vegetables and meat, only requires a few coins. Kyrgyzstan boasts spectacular landscapes such as Lake Issyk-Kul, one of the largest and deepest alpine lakes in the world, and ideal areas for trekking or horseback riding at high altitude. If you love unspoiled nature and are looking for a country where you can live authentic adventures on a tight budget, this land of yurts and nomadic hospitality will amaze you and give you unforgettable memories. Pakistan, bordering Iran, Afghanistan, and India, Pakistan is another jewel of South Asia that is often underestimated. Aside from having one of the lowest costs of living on the planet, it offers postcard-worthy scenery. K2 and other Himalayan peaks provide incredible challenges for trekking and mountaineering enthusiasts, while the traditional markets in the cities offer spices, fabrics, and handicrafts at very low prices. Renting a room in rural areas or small towns often costs $40–50 a month, and local food, such as biryani, kebab, and spiced lentils, will immerse you in a cuisine rich in flavor and tradition. Moreover, the inhabitants are known for their hospitality, welcoming strangers with a smile, a hot cup of tea, chai, and a story to tell is a common practice. India. India is a world of its own, a kaleidoscope of cultures, languages, landscapes, and spirituality. It's famous worldwide for its low costs, especially outside major metropolises. You can find rooms or small lodgings in rural areas for $30–40 a month, while eating out with samosa, chai, paratha, and typical dishes might cost you just a few dollars a day. India enchants and overwhelms. From the colorful religious festivals like Holi and Diwali, to historical and sacred sites such as the Taj Mahal or the temples along the holy Ganges River, you truly discover its authenticity by traveling on trains and stopping in lesser-known villages where you'll meet humble people eager to get to know foreign visitors. Of course, you need to adapt to handle the immense cultural variety and the chaos of certain urban centers, but what you gain in life experience is priceless. Now, we want to hear your thoughts. Which of these first 4 destinations, the Philippines, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, or India, intrigues you the most? Write it down in the comments and let us know what you think about living on $150 a month in such different contexts. We're curious to hear your opinions. 5. Egypt. Egypt immediately evokes images of majestic pyramids, sphinxes, and legendary rivers like the Nile. Yet, besides the fascination with its millennia-old history, the country offers a surprisingly low cost of living. In less touristy areas and rural towns, you can rent an accommodation for $50 to $60 a month, while street food, which includes koshari, a mix of rice, lentils, and pasta, falafel, and full stewed beans, costs very little. Getting close to the local populations also means immersing yourself in a more relaxed pace of life compared to big cities. While it's true that Cairo or Alexandria offer all the hustle and bustle of metropolitan areas, rural zones and villages along the Nile bring you to places almost suspended in time. Another advantage not to be overlooked is the warm climate. In fact, Egypt boasts an average of over 300 days of sunshine a year. 6. Bolivia. From the Andes to the rainforests, from salt deserts to colonial cities, Bolivia is a country of exceptional natural and cultural diversity, where life can be very cheap compared to Western standards. Smaller towns or rural villages offer rents of around $40 to $50 a month, while markets brimming with local produce like quinoa, potatoes, and corn allow you to eat well at very low cost. One of the most famous places is the Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat in the world, capable of giving surreal views. Traces of indigenous culture are everywhere, from colorful textiles to folk festivals, and people are generally very kind to visitors. Living in Bolivia on just $150 a month means you won't have to give up on adventure, quite the opposite. Its affordability allows you more budget to explore and engage in unique outdoor activities. 7. Vietnam. Vietnam is another mainstay for budget travelers. Stunning landscapes, dynamic cities, and a legendary cuisine. If you move away from popular destinations like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, you can find lodgings at $40 to $50 a month, and typical dishes such as pho, banh mi, and spring rolls for just a few dollars. Its natural wonders include Ha Long Bay, the terraced rice fields of Sapa, and the Mekong Delta, where rivers intersect with floating villages. The Vietnamese people are known for their welcoming spirit and determination, shaped by a complex history and past conflicts. For those looking for an exotic environment yet inhabited by friendly, industrious people, Vietnam is a top choice, still fitting comfortably within a low budget. 8. Laos. For many, Laos is the authentic heart of Southeast Asia. Buddhist temples immersed in lush vegetation, the Mekong River weaving through the country, and a simple, peaceful atmosphere. Thanks to a predominantly rural economy, living here can cost less than $150 a month, especially if you choose to rent in remote areas where a basic lodging won't exceed $40 to $50. The food too is inexpensive and delicious, with sticky rice, grilled meat, and noodle soups. Laos's strong religious tradition is evident in its numerous Buddhist ceremonies and the profound connection the people have with nature. If you're looking for a contemplative experience, immersed in lush landscapes and characterized by a slow pace of life, Laos offers exactly that, granting you a deeper bond with your inner self. 9. Bangladesh. Bangladesh is another hidden gem often overlooked by mass tourism. Nevertheless, this South Asian country captivates visitors with its bustling markets, the Sundarbans mangrove forests, home to the famous Bengal tiger, and the surprising warmth of its people. With $150 a month, you can cover your housing expenses, around $30 to $40 in rural areas, tasty street food like biryani, samosas, and fish dishes, and even local transportation by rickshaw or bus. Being off the traditional tourist routes, Bangladesh provides an authentic culture still largely unspoiled, and truly intense human encounters. Walking through the narrow streets of its cities or along its rivers will allow you to discover a place that's alive and genuine, where smiles and curiosity towards foreign visitors foster a welcoming atmosphere. 10. Nepal. Nestled between India and China, Nepal is the quintessential destination for mountain lovers, thanks to the Himalayan range featuring legendary peaks like Everest and Annapurna. Despite the fame of its trekking routes, this country boasts one of the world's lowest costs of living, especially outside tourist hotspots. With $150 a month, you can rent a modest room for less than $50 and feed yourself with momos, meat or vegetable dumplings, dal bhat, lentils and rice, and various street snacks at absurdly low prices. Culturally, Nepal unites Hinduism and Buddhism, resulting in a tapestry of traditions felt in daily rituals, temples, and local devotion. Living in Nepal doesn't just mean saving money. It also means experiencing a vibrant spirituality, feeling the peace of the monasteries, and standing in awe of its majestic mountains. 11. Nicaragua. We return to Central America with Nicaragua, often referred to as the land of lakes and volcanoes. It's not unusual to come across towering volcanic formations such as Masaya or Ometepe Island, right in the middle of a lake. This country is beloved by budget travelers because, outside tourist areas, you can find rooms for $40–50 a month, also taking advantage of the savings on fresh produce and dishes based on rice, beans, and fried plantains. The people, friendly and hospitable, help make any visitor's stay more pleasant. With the reduced costs, you'll have more time and resources to explore unspoiled nature, swim in the warm waters of the Pacific, or attend local festivals brimming with music and traditional dances. 12. Cambodia. Finally, we arrive at Cambodia, often associated with the majestic Angkor Wat complex, but in truth, offering much more. Living here on $150 a month is entirely possible, especially if you settle in areas away from the more touristy circuits. Rent might only be $50, while street food, grilled skewers, noodle soups, and rice dishes goes for about $1. What strikes visitors is the kindness and friendliness of the Cambodian people, who never miss a chance to share stories about their traditions or greet you with a genuine smile. Rural areas also provide bucolic scenery, with endless rice fields and fiery sunsets. Living in Cambodia means learning a different sense of time, slower and more human, where you can take care of yourself and your well-being without the constant worry of expenses. From the Philippines to India, from Kyrgyzstan to Laos, passing through Egypt, Bolivia, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Nepal, Nicaragua, and finally arriving in Cambodia, it's clear that the world still conceals many places where costs remain affordable and quality of life can actually be enriched by the authenticity of local daily life. From my point of view, the most fascinating aspect of these destinations is not just the extreme affordability, but the fact that living with less often means living more adventures, more human connections, more immersion in the local culture. In an era of rampant consumerism, discovering that you can lead a dignified life, rich in experiences and human relationships, while spending such modest sums, is a lesson in both humility and opportunity. If you, like me, are enthralled by these destinations and think that sooner or later you might want to try low-cost living in one of these countries yourself, leave a big like on the video. Subscribe to Travel Curiosities to stay in the loop, and share the video with your adventurous friends. At Travel Curiosities, we will continue exploring and sharing with you the wonders of our incredible planet, unveiling unusual destinations, alternative lifestyles, and intriguing curiosities. Until the next adventure, and remember, the world is larger than it seems, and often far more accessible than you could imagine.